What's up, everybody? Smoove Cosplayer here, your favorite salsa dancing cosplayer. If you don't already know, I'm a big supporter of cosplaying your way. Not just the brand, Cosplay Your Way, but just the overall idea of cosplaying in whatever way you see fit. If you decide that your way of cosplaying is being completely accurate down to the minorest of details, that's cool. If you decide you want to take a character, flip it, reverse it, make it fit you instead of you fitting it, then that's cool too. Yeah, so that cosplaying your way, I'm a big fan of that. Now, a lot of times when we talk about, making a character fit you instead of you fitting a character, we talk about like you being a different body type than the character, being a different sex than the character, being a different ethnicity than the character. But what I want to talk about today is when you have facial hair and the character doesn't, or you have tattoos and the character doesn't. I fit both of those. Got facial hair. You guys are used to seeing me with a little bit more than this. I trimmed it down a little, but it's still there. And tattoos. I'm not the most heavily tatted person, but I got a couple. You probably only see mine when I'm wearing a sleeveless cosplay, if I'm doing my Nappa from Dragon Ball Z, Rain from Mortal Kombat, my Roadblock from G.I. Joe, characters like that. So you'll see that one on my right arm. So we always have this dilemma, those of us who have facial hair and or tattoos, because we cosplay characters that may not have either of those things, and we wonder, okay, how do we work this? How do we work this out? Now, if you were to ask all the internet trolls out there and the persnickety fanboys and fangirls out there who will absolutely lose their minds if your cosplay is off by 1%, if you ask them, then yes, you should probably shave all your facial hair for a character that doesn't have it, or you should cover up your tattoos for a character who doesn't have them. Now, like I said, cosplay your way. If your way is to match the character in every little bitty ounce, and if it's worth it to you to shave your facial hair off or to cover your tattoos with some makeup or stockings or sleeves, then do you. Work that out. Do what you do. I'm not hating on that. I love when people make things accurate, but I also love when people make things fit them. So to that I say, if you don't feel like shaving your facial hair, if you don't feel like covering up your tattoos, F it. Don't worry about what the haters and the trolls are gonna say. Do what works for you. Me personally, I don't feel like going through all of that. I don't like how I look unshaven. Like this is the most shaven I'm going to be in my face. All right. I don't like looking looking more shaven than this. So it is not worth it to me to take all of my facial hair off. And the other thing is, there are characters where my facial hair does match that. I mentioned Nappa from Dragon Ball Z before. I mentioned my Roadblock from G.I. Joe. My father Gabriel from The Walking Dead. Rude from Final Fantasy VII, my Cottonmouth from Luke Cage Netflix series, a few other characters. There are characters that I have that I do match the facial hair for. Now, what if I wear one of those characters, but I'm also cosplaying as a character that my facial hair doesn't fit within the same convention? What am I gonna do? Cut that off, and then now I don't match for the character that it does fit for? So I'm gonna keep my facial hair, and so I can match the characters that it does fork for, and the characters that it doesn't, I'm just going to be the unshaven version of that character. Same thing for my tattoos. Like, it is not worth it to me to cover up my tattoos. So if I cosplay a character that does not have tattoos, which is pretty much every character that I do, then I'm just going to be the slightly tatted up version of that character, and whoever doesn't like it, they cannot like it, and they'll be all right, or they won't, whatever. So now, if you got tattoos and you feel like you want to cover it up, like I said, do you. But I personally love seeing people with tattoos cosplaying. I love it because to me, And I may be biased because I have tattoos myself, but I feel like that adds a little extra flavor to it, makes it pop a little bit, makes it stand out, adds some extra edge to it. I love seeing tatted cosplayers. Big shout out to, who are some of my favorites? Panda Cub, Cosplays and Jays. I don't always see his, but sometimes he'll rock a cosplay that might have his arms out or his shoulders out. He's got some amazing tattoos. I love when he does that. Koga Cosplay. I always see this dude with his shirt off. He got his pecs and his abs all out, making me jealous. But he's got a few girls up there. I always love seeing his ink. I always love his extra flair that he adds to his cosplays. You guys have seen some pictures of me in a video about Kawaii Mayhem. She does an amazing cable. She calls herself Babel, but she is all tatted up and I love it. I once met, I can't recall her name right now, but I saw this super cute Misty from Pokemon. She super tatted up. It looked amazing. One of my favorite sights to see at any con is Wonder Woman cosplayers with tats. I love me a tatted up Wonder Woman. So that I have a few of those that I know. Let's see, September the Gray, aka Jenny Lee. I think there's another one I'm forgetting. I'll put her information in the description. But yeah, I just love seeing tatted up cosplayers. Like I said, to me, it just makes it that much more livelier. It gives us a peek of what that character might look like if they actually had tattoos. But yeah, I say, like I said, do it your way. You know, if you want to cover it up, if you want to shave it off, do you, but do it because you want to, not because somebody else on the internet that you don't know said you should. Those people out there that say, oh, well, I like the cosplay, but the tattoos just kind of ruined it for me. It just doesn't do it for me. Nobody was doing it for you. Nobody is doing it for you. Like it or don't like it as you see fit, but we ain't doing it for you. If you're, like I said, if you're cosplaying and you're making that decision, don't worry about what somebody else is saying. They're not financing your cosplay. They're not financing you. They're not paying your bills.
What bill you paying?
So if they're not doing any of that, they don't get a say in your cosplay, and they don't get to, I mean, they can be annoyed, they can be frustrated because, you know, you're entitled to feel how you feel, but they're not entitled to, you know, to be that upset about what you're doing. They can keep scrolling. So that's my take on tattoos and facial hair and cosplay. If you feel like doing it, if you feel like cutting it off or covering it, cool. Do it because you want to do it. If you don't, that's cool too, because somebody out there likes it. Anyway, y'all have a good night. Y'all have a good time, whatever con you're going to next. Good luck on your cosplay builds. Please hit that like button, that subscribe button, that share button, and I will see y'all at the next video. Peace.